Hello yogis. In this video we're going to see how to go through a Vinyasa Flow. A Vinyasa Flow is a little sequence we do to transition in between sun salutations or in between the sequences, standing sequences mostly in a Vinyasa class. I'll show you first the full expression of it and then we'll decompose every movement and then we'll see different stages that you can go through in order to improve your strength until you can go through that full development of the sequence. So a Vinyasa Flow, it's going from a plank into a half plank called chaturanga, into upward dog, and then to downward facing dog. It requires a fair amount of strength to go through that. So let's see one movement at a time. First, you want your plank to be strong. Once you're into plank, you've got wrists underneath the shoulders, heels pressing back. You're lightly rounding the upper back and bringing the navel in. It won't be possible probably from the start to stop in that halfway mark. So we'll see 4 different ways to get in there. You might want to have a couple of blocks to work on stopping halfway down. But first, see if from a plank on your knees, you can make your way slowly to the floor. When you do this, you want to concentrate on landing chest and hips at the same time. So when you start in your plank on your knees, like in your full plank, you don't want to drop the hips, you don't want to drop the chest. So making sure you're rounding the upper back, navel in. Then shoulders are diving forward while keeping the elbows over the wrists. And once you can land the whole upper body with control, you want to work on lifting it at the same time too, engaging the core first, peeling hips and chest off the ground as you stretch your arms straight up. So that's your version 1. Once you're comfortable doing this, you can try and stop halfway down from your plank on your knees. What you want to avoid is dipping the shoulders lower than the level of the elbows, which means that. So using blocks will help you feeling where you should stop the shoulders from your plank on your knees, seeing if you can tap the blocks with your shoulders and back up. So blocks in a high position should be at the level of your elbows. This will work for most people. Once you feel how low you need to go, then you can remove the blocks and see if you can stop halfway down and press back up. If you make it there, then you're ready for the third stage, landing the whole body at once from a plank. Always make sure you're rounding the upper back, navel in, shifting your weight forward so that your elbows stay over your wrists and gently land on the ground. Once you're able to land on the ground with control, you want to also work on coming back up with control, squeezing the core, knees up, peeling chest and hips off the ground at the same time. If you can, pressing back up. This pressing back up is not essential to get into your half plank, your chaturanga. So once it is landing the whole body at once, you can finally try stopping in your chaturanga. If you're not able to do those 3 previous stages, don't do it because the format will probably be wrong and you'll never improve your strength. So again, you can work with your blocks here, having your blocks in the highest position in front of your hands, rounding the upper back, navel in, diving the shoulders forward, seeing if you can tap the blocks and press back up. Then once you're able to hold here for a couple of seconds, you will be ready to transition in your upward dog. So we're done with all the plank to chaturanga options. Once you're on the floor, you'll often hear teachers, me included, say that you can do cobra or upward dog. So we'll do a quick checkup of the differences in between the two. Know that depending on body proportions, that is mainly if you have short arms, cobra and upward dog can look and feel very much the same. Because I have long arms, you'll see they look very different. Cobra starts from the ground. You have your thumbs more or less aligned with your nipples, or the tip of your fingers aligned with the top of your shoulders. Whatever works best for you is cues. Elbows tight against the body, shoulders are far from the ears. Peel the chest off the ground, engage the core, and lift as high as you're comfortable with, while keeping the shoulders far from the ears. So here you see my arms are bent because I don't have the flexibility to go higher, and my hips are on the ground. In the upward dog, your arms are straight, hips pressing down, chest proud and lifted. So as you can see here, if I had shorter arms, my thighs could potentially be on the ground. And that's it. So let's see the different stages to move towards your full Vinyasa flow. Option 1, going from your plank on your knees, coming all the way to the ground, landing everything together, elbows tight, shoulders back. I'll demonstrate with cobra, but you can go with upward facing dog. Then try to press straight up, plank on your knees, sitting bones up and back, downward dog. Option 2, plank on your knees, stop halfway down, feet flat, stretch your arms, heart lifted, upward dog. Transition into downward dog, just strongly squeeze the core as you draw the hips up and back. Option 3, plank, land the whole body together at once, going to cobra or to upward dog, your choice, and then to downward dog. Then option 4, full version of it, going halfway down, chaturanga, upward dog, to downward dog. Now we have an option 5 if you are trying to improve your strength, going from plank, chaturanga, upward dog, chaturanga, plank, to downward dog. So those are your 5 stages of the Vinyasa flow. Also, you can be, when you start from the top of the mat, maybe you'll be jumping back, stepping back. We might be talking in another video on how to jump back. And you have one final option, but if you have everything under control, it will be the same concept, which is the one-legged Vinyasa flow. Only do it if you're at ease in your 4th stage already. So I will be often stepping back from a lunge, one-legged plank, one-legged chaturanga, foot down upward dog, to downward dog. And that's all for today. Please let me know if you'd like more videos like this, and if this was clear enough for you, if it helps you improving your Vinyasa flow. Thank you very much.